U-Turn, Jennifer's third movie of 1997, wasn't a big moneymaker, but she couldn't resist the chance to work with director Oliver Stone and Sean Penn.
Well, working with Oliver Stone was a big deal for me on this movie because he's just such an incredible filmmaker. That does not look bad on your resume.
After U-Turn, Jennifer signed on for Out of Sight, and her salary jumped to $2 million. She was now the highest paid young Latina actress in the industry.
Pretty busy and well paid, but of course there's always room for improvement.
Despite her professional success, Jennifer's marriage to Ohani Noah came to an end. Some blamed her Out of Sight co-star George Clooney, but their chemistry was all on screen.
He made my job really easy to like him. He is so likable. He's just a really down-to-earth guy and just super fun, super nice. People just, he had the crew in stitches all the time. We just had a really good time.
Clooney and Lopez got very close during production, especially for this closed trunk sequence that required 45 takes.
Oh my God.
The most important thing is that Jennifer Lopez is completely naked. And I don't want that, I want that out there.
Contrary to Clooney's boast, Jennifer actually kept her clothes on for Out of Sight, but she did leave things open on the nudity issue.
You know, I always go by what the character calls for. If the story is a type of story where it's very important that you see it, or the character is that type of character and that's what it's about, then maybe I'll do it. Hands in the air, stop!
While Jennifer was working on Out of Sight, she signed the contracts for her first album.
This is what I've been working on the past few months since I finished Out of Sight. We're just, you know, doing the music for it.
Before the recording hit stores, Jennifer had another movie for 1998. She was the voice of Azteca in the animated picture Ants.
It's about this.
After Ants, Jennifer took time to concentrate on her music career. She also started dating Sean P. Diddy Combs, a rapper and record producer. In 1999, Jennifer was invited to the Oscars as a presenter.
I'm very excited. You can't help but be excited coming into all of this. You get a little nervous too.
It was during this time Jennifer's music fans came up with her famous nickname.
Her fans are the ones that started giving her the nickname J-Lo, and she just went with it because she thought it was kind of cool.
That December, J-Lo faced a major scandal. She and P. Diddy were at a New York nightclub when a series of events ended in a shooting. The couple fled the scene. Jennifer was taken into custody, handcuffed, and held 14 hours for questioning. She was cleared of any wrongdoing, but the damage had been done. Although they would eventually break up, Lopez stood by Combs and appeared at his side in this not-to-be-forgotten Versace dress at the 2000 Grammy Awards.
The incident in the nightclub in New York with P. Diddy did affect her so much emotionally. She not only lost a person that she really seen herself with, but she also lost a lot of the things that she found to be exciting around him.
Trying to put the nightclub incident behind her, Jennifer made another movie, The Cell, released in 2000. The surreal drama was directed by music video director Tarsum Singh.
You can tell when you start talking to him that he definitely had an understanding of the material, but not only that, that he was visually going to take it to another level. How far, I did not know, but now that I see it, I'm like, wow.
Anyone charting her salary would see Jennifer's career was on the rise. She made $4 million for The Cell, and more than double that on her very next picture.
You said your name was Steve?
It is Steve, all right? My last name is Edison. Brand calls me Eddie. It's a nickname.
I have a better nickname. How about Common Cheek and Sleazy Son of a...
By the time Jennifer Lopez made The Wedding Planner with Matthew McConaughey, she'd come a long way from her childhood in the Bronx. But J-Lo knows what she wants and gets it.
A year and a half to 2 years ago, that's when she came out and she said that she wanted a salary of $9 million. And basically she is getting that $9 million per film salary.
The paycheck wasn't the only reason Jennifer made The Wedding Planner.
I had been looking for a romantic comedy because I've always wanted to do one because they're like my favorite kind of movie. And this one came along and I just loved it.
This is a departure for both of us as far as types of roles. There's real innocence to the story and the characters.
After The Wedding Planner, Jennifer made another run at action with Angel Eyes.
I think they expect actresses to be kind of wussy or something, so when like you're like, no, I'll run. It's okay. Yeah, I don't need my stunt double to run for me. I kind of like the way I run, so let's just stay with that.
Jennifer attended the premiere of Angel Eyes with her new husband, dancer-choreographer Chris Judd. The marriage wouldn't last long. They separated after just 9 months. On screen, Jennifer remained busy with the thriller Enough. She plays a housewife who turns to martial arts to get even with her abusive husband, played by Billy Campbell.
Some kind of martial art is what they wanted. And when I let my trainer read it, I was like, this is what we got to get ready for. And he's like, you know, there's a fighting technique that's perfect for this, because if the guy's going to be big and you're so tiny, you know what I mean? It's something that you might want to look into.
There were times when I'm thinking, okay, if one of those like wrapped fists of J-Lo's, which are whistling by my head at a certain speed, connects, you know, I could be in trouble. I could be in trouble. She bruised my ribs.
Enough did well, even with all the summer blockbuster competition. But what really put Jennifer in the news was her new boyfriend.
About going somewhere. Somewhere really, really clean.
J-Lo met Ben Affleck during the production of Gigli while she was still married to Chris Judd. When they re-teamed for Jersey Girl, J-Lo was divorced and her romance with Ben heated up. But before Gigli and Jersey Girl made it to theaters, Jennifer proved her box office appeal with an old-fashioned Cinderella story, Made in Manhattan. Jennifer plays a hotel maid who sets her sights on Ralph Fiennes and a management job.
They are not going to make a maid a manager, all right? Give me a break.
And why not? It's a new day, anything's possible.
You know, I understand this person, you know what I mean? I lived 20 years of my life almost in the Bronx, you know, growing up in that kind of background and having people, you know, tell you you can't do things, or you know, unconsciously kind of sending that message to you, and still wanting to kind of try something and take a risk and do something more with your life.
By this time, J-Lo was an empire unto herself. Movies, music, a restaurant, perfume. Her every move with Ben hitting the papers. But wild media speculation about J-Lo and Ben's wedding plans jinxed the opening of Gigli. The movie tanked at the box office. Bennifer, as the couple was now known, also blamed the press when they called off their wedding at the very last minute. Jennifer may have put the brakes on her wedding, but her career was going full bore. Her next project, a remake of the Japanese hit Shall We Dance, co-starred Richard Gere and Susan Sarandon, after which J-Lo surprised fans by marrying singer Mark Anthony just 5 months after breaking off her engagement to Ben Affleck. On-screen, Jennifer had just put the finishing touches on Monster-in-Law, a comedy co-starring Jane Fonda.
Going into it, you have Jane Fonda, an icon of American cinema, international cinema, and you have Jennifer Lopez, who we're led to believe is a diva. I mean, this is, any director would be nervous, but the women set the tone the day they met in my office. For the first time, they met in my office, and they kicked off each other's shoes, they sat down on the ground, and before we know it, we were hugging, and we promised each other this was going to be a special experience.
The script, about an insanely jealous mother-in-law, called for both actresses to pull out all the stops.
Gosh, you know, you just kind of have to go for it every single time. I mean, that's your job as an actor, when you get on that set, when it's your coverage, when it's not your coverage, to be right there every single time. And it is a hard job. It's not, I know some people must think, oh, whatever, filming a movie, it's easy, but it's not. I mean, there's tons of angles, and it has to cut together, and you have to kind of do the same thing but keep it fresh.
It was a lot of fun to be interacting with Jennifer, because she's very talented.
That's a sentiment shared by another famous co-star, Robert Redford.
I think Jennifer's a natural actor. I think that's the way I see it. And I mean, she's obviously multi-talented, but she has a natural acting ability.
Stay there.
Dad, cut.
Redford shares the screen with Lopez in An Unfinished Life, an intimate drama also featuring Morgan Freeman and directed by Lasse Hallström.
You know, these are veterans who've made amazing movies, who've turned in amazing performances time and time again, and you feel the power when you're in the room with them.
I'm really impressed by Jennifer Lopez, her performance. She's a natural.
Jennifer then got busy filming Border Town, an ambitious fact-based drama reuniting her with Selena director Gregory Nava.
It's about the Juarez murders that have to do with the factories that are down there and how that's all connected, and all these women who are being killed down there. without one person being convicted. I mean, it's just a really, really dire situation. And we're gonna go down there and make a movie about it, so we'll see what happens.
Jennifer became a mom in 2008 when she gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. She didn't go back to work for 15 months. Then at the age of 40, she released a new romantic comedy, The Backup Plan.
I'm pregnant.
Huh? What?
I'm pregnant.
Can't hear you, darling. Oh, Jesus, Judy, she's pregnant. Turn up your hearing aid.
I love being back to work. I've always loved working. It's a big part of who I am. And to have left it for a couple of years and had my own kids and spend time with them has been, you know, a big deal for me, you know. So to get back it's been the best. It's a really happy time, and I love having my kids around on the set, and they've been a big part of the movie for me, off the, you know, behind the scenes, and it's been amazing.
The Backup Plan, co-starring Alex O'Loughlin, is the story of a woman who conceives twins through artificial insemination and then meets the man of her dreams. Being a new mom helped Jennifer prepare for the role.
Having just gone through my own experience of having babies for the first time, it definitely rang true to me. You know, all the little jokes about what it is to be pregnant, and, you know, being tired and being, you know, kind of hormonal and all that kind of weird things that happen to you, and how hungry you are and how tired you are, and it's just all, you know, I knew exactly what it was.
This seems like such a pertinent role for her at where she is in her life, and she took a bit of time off, and now this is the film she chose to do after her, you know, after her time off with her kids, and it kind of makes perfect sense.
Not a good time for me, okay? I'm going through some changes.
Menopause?
Menopause? Seriously? How old do you think I am?
You know what, we should start over.
Jennifer and Alex are both parents, which gives them a different perspective on work.
It mostly changes your perspective on life. It's just how you see things, the way you feel things, what's important, what's not important. It just really puts things in perspective.
The Backup Plan was billed as Jennifer's comeback, and while the movie didn't hit the top spot at the box office, it was a moneymaker. It's another example of the work ethic Jennifer Lopez lives by. But now, as a mom, she continues her career with a different outlook.
Like, you don't want to always do what you've always seen before. You know what I mean? You want to try to bring something new to it and fresh to it, and also very real.
Thank you for watching this Jennifer Lopez edition of Movie Star. Join us next time for another inside look at your favorite stars of the big screen.
I really do my homework, and I really come to the table prepared and ready to show you what I have. You know what I mean?
Coming up on this edition of Movie Star, the career of one of the industry's triple threats, singer, dancer,